morning, it's Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the day support, resistance and pivot levels. It is Monday the 5th of October. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, we're looking at the hourly candlesticks here. It's a bullish start to the morning. So we're going to need to see Bitcoin avoid a pullback through the morning low and through the pivot level at 10,647 to support another run at the first major resistance level sitting at 10,753. Going to need to see support from the broader market, however, for Bitcoin to hold on to 10,700 levels. In the event of an extended breakout through the day, could see Bitcoin target 10,800 and the second major resistance level sitting at 10,819 before any pullback. Failure to hold on to 10,700 levels and a fall through the pivot at 10,647 would bring the first major support level sitting at 10,581 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, should see Bitcoin stay clear as sub 10,500 levels. Second major support level sits at 10,475. Looking at the MACD, we've got a widening of the bullish histogram supportive of this early move northwards. We saw Bitcoin avoid a bearish cross yesterday, supporting this upward momentum. On the EMAs, we're also seeing the 50 narrow on the 100 and the 200, also supporting a bullish morning ahead. So key through the early part of the day, hold on to 10,700 levels, break out through the morning high, which is through that first major resistance level, to bring 10,800 levels into play. Moving across to Ethereum against the US dollar, also a bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid a fall through the morning low 352.36 and the pivot level sitting at 350.3 to support another run at the first major resistance level sitting at 356.53. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break back through to 356 levels and break out from the early morning high 356.12. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, expect Ethereum to test resistance at 360. Got the second major resistance level at 360.57 to limit any upside. A fall through the morning low 352.36 and through the pivot at 350.3 would bring the first major support level at 346.26 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should stay clear of sub 340s. Second major support level sitting at 340.03 should limit any downside. Looking at the MACD, we've got a slight narrowing of the bullish histogram, but nothing suggestive of a bearish trend formation. That's supported by the EMAs, with the 50 narrowing on the 100 and the 200 supportive of a move northwards today. So key through the early part of the day, avoid a fallback through the morning low 352.36 and that avoid the pivot at 350 to then bring the first major resistance level and 360s into play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, it's been a choppy start to the morning. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid a fall through the pivot at 46.36 to support another run at the first major resistance level sitting at 47.41. Going to need to see an extended rally through the morning for Litecoin to break back through Sunday's high 47.07 and this morning's high 47.09 to bring that first major resistance level into play. It's at 47.41. So barring extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, resistance at 48 and the second major resistance level at 48.12 to cap any upside. Fall through the pivot level would bring the first major support level sitting at 45.65 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay clear of sub 45s. Second major support level sits at 44.6. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a narrowing of the bearish histograms, supporting this early morning pullback. Possible bearish crossover there to look out for. On the EMAs, the 50 has looked like it's plateaued out, so nothing conclusive there yet. And we've got the 100 and the 200 converged. So got to keep an eye on that as well. So key through the early part of the day, avoid a fall through the pivot at 46.36, break back through to 47 levels to bring the first major resistance level into play. Moving across to Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, it's a bullish start to the morning. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fall back through to sub 0.25s and the pivot level at 0.2433 to support another run at the first major resistance level sitting at 0.2549. Going to need to see extended rally on the day for Ripple's XRP to break out from the morning high 0.25448, however. So barring extended rally, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout through the day, expect the second major resistance level at 0.2618 to come into play. A fall through to sub 0.25s and the pivot level at 0.2433, however, would then bring the first major support level sitting at 0.2364 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay well clear of sub 0.23 levels. Second major support level sits at 0.2248. Looking at the MACDs, a narrowing of the bullish histograms, but nothing suggestive of a pullback from the early morning high and the gains that we've seen. And looking at the EMAs, we had the bullish cross, the 50 through the 100 and the 200 supporting the breakout this morning, and we're not seeing any narrowing through the early part of the day to suggest a pullback. So avoiding sub 0.25 should support another run at the first major resistance level to then bring 0.26 levels into play.